we are about to put an end to another Lantern Rite, or see the end, I should say. I'm not putting an end to it. That sounds very evil. I'm putting an end to this Lantern Rite. We're about to see the end of another Lantern Rite, and this time around, we're having a much longer epilogue, it seems. Because I heard that it was a longer epilogue than usual, but I wasn't sure if it was just something that, people say, like sometimes people say something's very long, but it's not. But it was confirmed last week by a few of you guys too that it was like a longer epilogue, I suppose. And honestly, not a bad thing, especially when you have a character like Zabai who is a newer character. Giving her more time to breathe is not a terrible idea whatsoever. And honestly, it's one of those things where, like, I feel like epilogues are usually in this game, they usually take me around an hour to do, for me personally. But I imagine that this one's going to be a little bit chunkier than that as well, which again, perfectly fine as well. Perfectly fine. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin Olsen and his Romer, and this is Genshin Impact, and this is the Lantern Rite. The lanterns, I know there's like actually a button that you can press to check all the lanterns. I'm gonna have to check that again because like legitimately I cannot see it on the menu. Maybe I'm just like literally like, going crazy. But I can't see it on the menu. The button to find everyone else's lanterns.
Looks like Zhongli hasn't stopped by for tea today.
Interesting.
Hey, are you two looking for your friend? Try going up that way.
Sure.
Is Zhongli up that way?
No, but that young lady who was dressed up as the White Horse Adeptus the other day is. She's your friend, right?
So Zabai's just already out and about, which is really cool.
I just saw her head toward Wanmin restaurant. I was wondering why she was eating alone. But then you two showed up hot on her heels.
I mean, honestly, like, eating alone is not a terrible thing. Sometimes you just want some breakfast. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want some breakfast. I think that, like, I used to, like, because, again, I'll get a coffee with my friends or something, like, every few weeks or something just to catch up, right? But, like, I think that one of the things that, like, I always, like, find, that, learning to, like, take care of yourself and, like, have something nice for yourself outside of those friendship moments, like, okay, like maybe I'll just go get a sandwich, you know what I mean? Now personally, I don't do that often because obviously, like, it's one of those things where, like, I'm gonna sound like such an old person here. Maybe you guys agree. It's like, oh, I can make a sandwich at home, you know what I mean? It's fine. But like sometimes it's okay to eat by yourself, sometimes it is.
Oh, what luck! We were just on our way to find her. But what's she doing at Wanmin restaurant?
Maybe she's getting some food.
I have no idea. I said hello, but she completely ignored me.
The way that they're describing this, though, sounds like she's doing something a little bit more important, maybe.
She couldn't have forgotten who I am, right?
She has.
I mean, we're kindred spirits, aren't we?
Sure.
Maybe she's still half asleep, but her brain might be a little fuzzy.
Yeah. He's talking about the fact that, like, she is very knowledgeable about, obviously, the stuff from her own past and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering why her eyes were so red.
Bro's wondering about a lot, isn't he?
Her eyes were red? Oh, that doesn't sound good.
We need to find out what's happening?
You young people, staying up all night because you think you're invincible.
True.
Look at your friend. Missing out on sleep so she can pretend to be the White Horse Adeptus. That's where that leaves you,
I'm very much in the camp now that, like, I need to get sleep. I'm still young, but, like, it's like one of those things where, like, I if I don't get sleep, like, I feel it now,
A word to your friend
I feel
from
it now.
Someone who's older and wiser. She really needs some rest.
No, it's, like, so important. It is really important.
My mom won't be so certain about the older and wiser part.
Yeah, both of those things are not true.
Yeah, what was that?
Nothing. We'll make sure to pass on your message.
Hurry along, then. Oh, and don't forget to come back and check out my Rex Lapis cosplay when you're done.
Here we go. White Horse's leisurely journey. So that means maybe we're going on like a leisurely journey with Zabai, which again, perfect. I said it just like a few seconds ago, but like the fact that Zabai is a new character, giving us more time to breathe with her is not a terrible thing at all, I'm already begging Genshin to put Gamin in more stuff and put Lanyan in more stuff, please. And it's great, like, I know he's like, I think they probably happen in more events and stuff like that too, right? But it's one of those situations where, like, I'd love like a quest where like Garmin is doing other stuff as well, you know? I would.
Where's the proprietor? Come out and see me at
Wait,
once!
what? Oh, you don't want to cause a problem with Shen, huh?
Zhongli and Chef Mao aren't here right now. What can I help you with?
Zabai, I love you, but don't cause problems for Shen, huh, please?
And who might you be?
Zabai, I really adore your character so far. Let's not cause problems for Shen. Let's not do that. If it's picking a side, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
My name is Shenhe. I work here at Wanmin restaurant.
Shenhe. Shenhe. Are you that crane adeptus who loves planting mint?
No, that's not her.
It's been a few days. Have you improved your gardening skills? Did you manage to cover the slopes with mint?
I think she's getting mixed up with all of her memories, right? And we saw that last time when she mixed us up with with Garmin.
Mint? I don't know anything about mint. But I am familiar with Qingce and glaze lilies.
Heck yeah.
Ha! Already casting mint from your mind. How can a practitioner of self-cultivation be so fickle, chasing after every new plant that catches their eye?
She's really like, I think like they're doing a good job of like having her confusion turn to anger. You know what I mean? And that happens sometimes when people are confused.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
And Shenna's just like, not intentionally rage baiting her, but like she's kind of like, bro, I literally do not know what you mean.
Are you delirious from hunger? Would you like something to eat?
Shenna's giving you so much grace here. There's us showing up as well.
White horse Zabai! So this is where everyone is.
Shenna could eventually know that's the White Horse Adepti, right? Like, Shenna can keep a secret more than anyone.
Traveler, Paimon. It's been a long time. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite, Shenna.
Is this customer a friend of yours?
I guess you could say that. Shenna's story quest is so freaking good. It's one of those story quests when I did, I was just like, it just blew me away. Like, beyond, like, anything I could imagine.
Don't mind her, Shenhe. She's just a little cranky because, she didn't sleep well last night and she's only just woken up.
I really feel like Shenna's showing so much restraint because I feel like if this was, like, some random person who was, like, punching the walls, they'd already be, like, in a Texas cloverleaf on the ground. Well, in fairness, Shenna doesn't fight first. She always just like I think she assesses threats and then, you know, rightly bashes people up.
Look how red her eyes are.
She looks very frustrated.
I see. In that case, Miss Zabai, I have a tonic here infused with Qingce. It's cool and soothing when applied to the eyes. Would you like to try a few
Pretty
drops?
sweet.
Stop right there!
What in the hand?
Who are you two noisy children?
And she doesn't recognize us either.
Hey, have you forgotten about us already?
We're your guides. Yeah, it must be very confusing because as Zhongli was saying, it could take 3 years for her to fully get back all of her memories, right? So and for her fully to be herself. So it's one of those situations where, like, again, confusion turns to anger a lot of times with people. It does.
Guides.
You know what I mean? If you're trying to make sense of every little thing in front of you, it can be very difficult. And I think the reason confusion turns to anger is because it's one of those things where I don't think it's that you feel less than. I think it's that you feel kind of like either people are trying to fool you, people are trying to make fun of you. You feel kind of self-conscious. There's a lot of things that goes into it, I think. I'm not saying that's what she's feeling now, but I think that's what happens sometimes with people who get confused about stuff.
Yes, I seem to recall something about some guy.
That's us. That's us right here.
Ah, yes, now I remember. What luck. I was just looking for someone to show me the way to Yilong Wharf.
We can do that.
Huh. Is she starting to come around?
Why do you want to go to Yilong Wharf?
Someone requested my help in purchasing some tea leaves. I was informed they have discounted prices during the festival and that I shall get a good deal there.
Who requested that?
Tea leaves?
Yeah, Zhongli does sound right.
Zhongli's doing. He sure knows how to get people running errands for him.
Has Zhongli started buying discounted tea? Honestly, I feel like for me, Zhongli, if he's asking you to buy tea, it probably means he wants to have tea with you. You know what I mean?
Your friend Rex Zhongli initially requested the most expensive tea.
So this shows that like she's gathering stuff. It's just that her memories and her kind of like way of looking at things is still a bit messed up because like the fact that she knows not to call him Rex Lapis, you know, that shows that she is kind of like very much with some parts.
But then a young lady in a hexagram hat mentioned he'd burned through the Wangshu funeral
Oh my
parlor's
God.
yearly expenses at an exhibition a few days ago.
So he has to buy discounted tea. Her eyes do change color when she's angry. That's really cool. So you should talk about Hu Tao, by the way.
As such, he is only permitted to buy items that are discounted
Fair.
this month.
Totally fair. Hu Tao, you gotta protect your business.
Oh, that's his boss, Hu Tao. It's about time she realized the problem and put a stop to his spending sprees.
Honestly.
Oh, I see. So that's why you're here. Unfortunately, Wanmin restaurant doesn't sell tea leaves. If you're truly in need, I could gather some wild tea from the mountain
Shenna, you
slopes.
don't have to do all this.
You don't sell tea leaves? But I remember your boss, Miss Lu, saying that she owns tea fields.
I don't think we want.
You really should get some rest.
Yeah.
The person you're talking about isn't the boss of Wanmin Restaurant. She's just like you. She came here to eat.
Yeah, and Chef Mao is the boss. He's really cool. He's a really nice guy.
Is that so? Life really is full of surprises.
At least you're taking that well.
What surprises? Your brain really is as
Jesus.
gooey as a pack of slimes. I can't believe Zhongli entrusted you with going all the way to Yilong Wharf and buying tea.
Sometimes jumping into the deep end is probably the best way to do stuff sometimes. I feel like, why don't we show you the way to Yilong Wharf?
That would be excellent, my dutiful guides. Yes, Miss Crane.
Miss Crane?
I apologize profusely for my improper behavior just now. Please forgive me.
I think Shenna can sense when someone's not actually just a bad person,
I completely understand. Master often says that the human body is like a mechanism in need of regular maintenance. When a person cannot rest at night, they are sure to become irritable and on edge.
It's very true. It's so freaking true. Guys, I'll just be completely honest with you. Like, there's so many times where, like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll read, like, a comment that's, like, slightly rude. And it will, like, make me go, like, I'm going to reply to this person right now. And then I have to go, just wait 10 minutes. Wait 10 minutes. And then I get up and I'm like, I get my breakfast and I'm like, oh, that doesn't annoy me that much anymore. You know what I mean? It's like in the morning when you're tired and you're just woken up, everything can, like, annoy you a little bit. But, like, if you just wait and you relax a bit, I feel like it, like, subsides,
Miss Crane, you appear reasoned and compassionate on the surface, yet I sense dark forces churning within your spiritual core.
Jesus.
Those red ropes you wear are what bind them. Am I correct?
Shenna's outfit is so cool, though, isn't it?
Oh, you can sense that?
Shenna's just trying to do her job.
Indeed. I also sense that with your strength, you might try undoing one or two of those bonds when training.
Oh?
Untie Shenna's ropes? Wouldn't that be risky?
Though the use of red ropes to bind the soul is a wondrous technique, practitioners must eventually learn to break free from external aids and look within themselves for restraint.
That's a really nice way of putting it, right? The idea that, like, eventually, like, relying on yourself is more important than relying on these kind of, like, spiritual restraints.
Master has told me similar things, but I am not ready yet.
Okay.
Your self-cultivation has progressed far enough.
Zabai sees this.
Then I will seek further guidance from my master.
That's fair.
If you still have doubts, you can find me at the Baiju guest house. I'll be taking up residence there for a while.
She has a residency there.
For now, my dutiful guides, let us be off.
Let's go. She's doing performances up there as well. No, like, I think it's a really strong way of showing Zabai. Oh, look at the wave to Shenna. It's a really strong way of showing Zabai's character here. Because I think that, like, we were told that that's what's going to happen. We were told that basically, like, she's not going to understand everything starting off. And she's not going to, like, really get a good idea of everything starting off. Because her memory is clouded. Her vision of the world is clouded. And I think it's, like, a super important detail to remember about this stuff. Because I feel like with... a memory loss thing or a memory clouding thing, you have to be patient, right? We have to be patient. We can get frustrated and be like, hey, don't be mean to Shenna, don't do that. But like legitimately, like, it's again, there's so many things going on in her head right now that are jumbling. Can you imagine, like, your own self, right? And your best friend, Johnny, right? And your worst enemy is Marcus, right? Marcus and Johnny, right? And basically what she's feeling right now is she's looking at Johnny and going, wait, are you the guy who stole my pen? You're that guy! It's like, no, I'm Johnny. I'm your friend? Friend? You're not the person who stole, like it's confusing. It's so confusing. Where are we going? Oh, just over here? Oh yeah, it's past here, right? Yilong Wharf. Why am I so confused here? Yeah. I forgot where Yilong Wharf was for a second. I was like, is that the wharf? Yeah, it's over here. Okay, perfect. I think we went to here for the last epilogue as well. But yeah, it is a confusing time. We have to be patient. They told us it would be like kind of a confusing time for her. Zhongli said it could take up to like 3 years even in some cases to truly remember stuff like this as well. But I think Zhongli's just happy to have her back. You know what I mean? 100% happy just to have her back. Oh, look. Animals. For a second I thought they were adepti.
Aren't we going to Yilong Wharf? How do we end up on this mountain?
Is that small town over there not Yilong Wharf? I sense a familiar scent wafting through the air.
I always like, in my head when I hear Yilong Wharf, I always think of like somewhere in Liyue, but I guess it is here, like,
You're right.
Yeah.
Except for the smell part. Paimon doesn't smell anything.
I wonder why that is. Maybe it's just because Yilong has like a very, Yilong Wharf has a very Liyue sounding thing, and I guess I don't always memorize every single location in the game, so.
That is because this scent is the essence of jade, which can nourish the spirit.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah. Shenyu Vale does have a lot of jade, but Paimon didn't think jade smelled like, anything.
I wonder if it is just because she's so, like in tune with Long Gone and the memories of Long Gone, that was very centered around the idea of jade as well, right?
Naturally. This has reminded me of something.
And what's that?
A few simple tricks for mastering one's power.
Oh, yeah? So cool. Is that an umbrella?
What is that thing?
That's so cool. Very cool.
I'm sure you've been to Yilong Wharf many times before, but I wonder if you've done
Wait,
so
what?
while cruising through the air.
We're gonna travel through the air?
You've been such dutiful, dedicated guides, so allow me to offer this fresh experience as
So
recompense.
sweet. This is so fun, though. This is like out of like a this feels like a 50s movie or a 30s movie where it's like the great flying cart and the amazing adepti. It really feels that way.
Please step in.
Really cool. Wait, no, we're not actually doing it, are we? I thought it was just gonna be like a transition, or maybe like just see like an art image or something. There's no way we're actually flying on this. Parade? Oh, that's so fun. They actually like designed this
This is amazing.
cart.
Paimon feels just like an adeptus flying through the sky. What is this thing?
Holy hell. Oh,
I
Fontaine.
created it from my memories of the chariot of the Lunar Palace. Many years have passed since I last
Incredible.
laid eyes upon it, so there may be some discrepancies. Nonetheless, it is functionally much the same.
A lunar chariot? Wow! Paimon never imagined she
Oh,
could
I was so
ride
excited
one.
as well. Guys,
So,
look at this.
Samai, does that mean you used to work on the moon?
Work. That's an interesting way to phrase it, though I suppose you are correct. I was once an angel, a member of a race tasked with guiding
Whoa.
humanity. Then, graced by serendipity, I became a moon
So she was
envoy.
also an angel.
Huh? What's a moon envoy? Some kind of super important angel?
There's music here as well.
As you would understand it, a moon envoy is a job title. Any angel, or non-angel, can become a moon envoy.
They
Does
keep
that
making me stand
mean
up, by the
you're
way.
not the only one?
Of course not. Though my memories are still hazy, I vaguely remember some of my colleagues. There was one who liked to take on the form of an ibis.
Ibis.
An ibis? Could it be
We're yawning in the same
all
zone.
moon envoys turn into animals? Does it mean Lalma could take that job? She can turn into a deer.
Aw.
And Moonchanters are some sort of Luna envoy
I love Paimon
anyway,
referencing
right?
people we know as well.
Moon Chanter? I have no idea what those are.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, but it's really cool Paimon like referencing that too as well though. I was gonna say guys, this is like so beautiful here. Like looking at it from this angle, it gives you such a great perspective on the whole world.
Paimon thinks she saw a tea vendor over there.
Very well. Let's take
Should
a
we
look.
beat them up? What's so great about this as well, and it's a very Genshin, it's a staple of Genshin, by the way, which is now that they've like uncovered the idea of angels, and we uncovered that during Natlan, they just drop the word angel so casually, it feels like nowadays sometimes. You know what I mean? Well, and like I know like it's not casual, but like I feel like, you know, compared to like the first time they dropped that whole angel idea, right? It was like, oh my god. And nowadays you'll just have characters like randomly, like I wouldn't be surprised like at some point they'll have like Benny be like, yeah, I found out I'm actually an angel. And I'm like, okay, and then they move on. It's like, okay. I understand they probably like mentioned the idea of the angel stuff before as well, 100% with Sabai, but I do think that they do casually drop the word angel now, which again I think it's what happens in stories. Like, you know, if you find out that the world is you know, full of zombies, for example, in an apocalypse after waking up, you can't just forever continually be like, zombies? Zombies? You know, I understand that's how stories work, but it's just so funny how, like, that does happen, right? And how stories do work, where, like, something that once was, like, so... And it still is shocking to hear about someone being an angel, of course it is. But something that was so shocking to even understand was a thing that existed now is just something that does exist in the world, and the shocking aspect comes of who is an angel, what angels will we meet, what's the lore behind other angels? You know what I mean? It's all so interesting the way they do this. I was gonna say, did they upgrade this place? But I think I just came here with on a different time of day because it's so beautiful here with the leaves. It's gorgeous. Yilong Wharf is a very, very pretty place. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. And she said she was a moon envoy as well, which means she had a clerical job with the moon.
Welcome, please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality sourced directly from Chaoyang Village. Right now we're offering a special discount for Lantern Rite.
Look over there! Discounted tea!
Dear customers, are you looking to purchase some tea leaves?
He's very soft-spoken.
I can see from your bearing that you are no ordinary customers. My humble shop has some exquisite teas that should satisfy your more refined tastes.
Lovely.
We're not here for quality. We're looking for a discount.
She's like, I am here on a mission.
A discount? Well, that's a coincidence. Our Sungla tea is on sale right now. A special festive offer.
Is it a discount? It's a true discount.
Something about the name of that tea sounds familiar to Paimon.
Sunglo tea?
Buy 3 boxes of Sungla tea during the festival to get 10% off. Buy 4, get 20% off. Buy 10, but...
Buy 10 boxes, get 50% off, so you have to buy in bulk to get the discount?
That's right. 10 boxes at half price. Have you been to our shop before by any chance?
I understand that is a discount, you know what I mean? But like, do you ever like buy more than you need in those times? You know, people are like, if you buy 12 donuts, you will literally get 2 donuts free. So it'll really be, you'll be paying for 10 donuts, but you'll get 12. And it's like, I'm not going to eat the full 12 unless I bring it to like an office or something. But it's like, yeah, like you can say, well, I like, but it's like, I might as well just buy the ones I'm going to eat and that are like the 3 donuts or something. You know what I mean? Not that you couldn't freeze them or put them in the fridge, but you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes you end up paying more for stuff you don't want.
Oh, Paimon's definitely heard this spiel before.
Donuts is a bad example, by the way, because they're my weakness. If you put a donut in front of me, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter how much I've worked out that day or not worked out that day. It doesn't matter what I've done that day. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. I could literally be like the sickest you've ever seen in your life. I could literally be like full body cast, and I will say, grind that up. Feed me that donut.
3, 4, 10.
You okay?
10, 20, 50.
You okay?
Goodbye.
Her eyes are
What are
blue
you
by
wondering
now.
about?
Right now.
When purchasing 3, 4, or 10 boxes, the corresponding discounts are 10, 20, and 50%.
Mm-hmm.
The intervals between the 2 sets of numbers are 1 and 6, and 10 and 30.
Okay.
Look, her eyes turned blue. That's gotta be a first.
Yeah. So I don't know what these different emotions are then.
If the differences between intervals remain equal, the interval after 6 should be 6 plus the difference between 6 and 1, which is 11. Similarly, after 30, the next interval should be 50.
She's really calculating this.
Therefore, extrapolating upward, the next two numbers in each set should be 21 and 100.
Oh.
You're making Paimon's head spin.
I'm not good at math.
Numbers.
And I just think it's like, it's not that like I wouldn't be able to understand it if I thought about it, but it's one of those things whenever math just shows up, I shut down, you know?
They mean that if we buy 21 boxes of Sungla tea, we should get a 100% discount.
What? What?
100% discount? You mean we'll get them for free?
This is what she means. Is that how it works?
Oh, there was a pattern to the discounts. Is that right?
But they're not offering that. They didn't say they're offering that though. Like, I think that she's just like going up like on what she thinks it could be, right?
The pattern we speak of is mathematics, little one. A pattern that is always right.
We can't do this to this tea salesman though, right? We can't do that.
That's amazing! You're a shopping genius, Sabai. But wait, something feels off here.
I had no idea our shop's discounts were tied to the laws of nature. I've learned so much from you, dear customer.
I understand what she's doing. She's going up in intervals. So like logic dictates if you kept going up in intervals that like it would go from 50 to 70 to 100, right? 100%. But I think that's why companies will never do 100% discount, right?
No need to thank me. Now, please give us our 21 boxes of free tea.
Wait!
I don't think this is fair on the tea salesman.
What's the matter?
The way Sabai said that as well.
Paimon just realized what it is that's not right.
What is it?
It took you long enough.
We got the short end of the stick.
What?
Think about it. If we don't have to pay when buying 21 boxes, then if we buy even more, the vendor should be paying us money instead, right?
I guess. So she's saying we're gonna get paid for taking 40 boxes?
Huh?
This poor man.
Hey, Zibai, work this one out. If we buy 100 boxes, we'd make loads of money, wouldn't we?
She's asking her to do math. No, we can't do this. We cannot do this.
It stands to reason.
Paimon and Sabai just agree with each other on this.
Wait a moment, dear customers. Don't you think you're haggling a little too hard?
I love Paimon and Sabai have come to the conclusion that we're going to get paid for this tea. This is the funniest thing in the world.
You are the one dictating the discounts. We're simply extrapolating the numerical patterns within. As such, we are hardly haggling.
Come on, we're hardly haggling.
You have a point. However, that's right.
Unless like he's swindling people, like I wouldn't mind taking some, but like legitimately though, like he, you know, we don't want to do this to like a small businessman on a wharf. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to do that to him.
I'm so sorry. I just remembered. My supplier didn't come today, so we don't have any tea after all.
Bro, you could just say we don't offer any discounts above the 10 boxes. Just say it.
Such a shame. Terribly sorry about this. Awful luck.
Unless I'm bad at math and he is like doing something that's a little bit underhanded, that's fine. But for me, he just seems like he's selling tea, and like while it's hilarious, I don't want to make this man pay us for him to give us tea. He's like a small business owner on a wharf.
Where can we find your supplier?
Oh my god, Sabai.
Well,
Sabai. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for all of it.
Not to fret. We'll save you the effort and go straight to the source ourselves.
She's hilarious.
Well, you see, dear
She's the
client,
funniest in the world.
the supplier's discount isn't as generous as ours. You won't be able to get the same price from them.
I think genuinely you would be able to, because you were able to, if you buy tea, I believe if you buy stuff in suppliers in bulk, you actually can get stuff in like way cheaper in the long run, right? While at the moment, while you pay a lot of money in the moment, you can get it for like it's a lot cheaper, like. You know what I mean? Like it's like in the moment you're paying like say $100 for tea that you would usually spend one box is €4, but that really in the end, if you keep all that tea for a while, it could end up like on the books over a course of like months and months being like, oh, I actually saved €40 because of like the supplier will like, I think it's how it works. Like suppliers will sell you it way cheaper than obviously like you can sell it in the, maybe I'm confused here. I'm confusing myself. I'm saying that like a supplier won't sell it for the market price to you because that doesn't make any sense. So if you bought it directly from the supplier somehow, you would get it for cheaper than the market price, right?
Huh? Does that mean they won't pay us for taking their tea?
No, they won't. Traveler, you encouraging this. The Traveler hasn't said a thing.
They might not even offer you 100% discount.
How very unfortunate. Nevertheless, as the original supplier, they must offer
They would.
some
They
sort
definitely
of
would.
discount.
They definitely would.
Besides, we're not looking to make money. We just want a good deal.
100% is not a good deal. That's a steal.
Well, that's great. My suppliers are all tea farmers from Xiaoying Village. You can go ask around the village, but please don't say I sent you.
This is one of the funniest scenes they've ever done.
Do not worry. We appreciate your generosity.
This is so funny.
Referring customers to your business partners, even choosing to remain anonymous, the demeanor of a true gentleman indeed. Your business will surely prosper.
The reason why he has no problem recommending you to his supplier is because he's like literally just saved a ton of money right now.
I hope you're right.
He literally just saved so much money.
Then let us head to Xiaoying Village. Do you know the way, my guides?
Sure.
Of course! Just follow us!
The Traveler not speaking up 1 second during that whole conversation is so funny to me. Then again, people might say, well, Calvin, you support Paimon doing crazier stuff. 100% I do, so like, what can I say?
What otherworldly beings were those? Thank the heavens I managed to send them on their way.
You literally just saved your business.
I should hurry home and pray to the White Horse Adeptus. May she bless me such that I never encounter such customers again.
Yeah, sure. The hilarious thing about that is the, what you call it? The, Paimon and Zabai aren't being rude. They're not being mean. They're not trying to be awful to this dude. They just like found a way to like, game the system a little bit and said, let's take it, right? And it's not them being awful. I know it's not them being awful whatsoever. I just felt bad because this dude is clearly just like a tea salesman, right? And like, why, like he's a business owner and people can say, well, like he's probably like, gouging prices. Like, he probably made a deal thinking, man, I'm going to make so much money out of this deal, which is how business works, whether you're a small business or a big business. But, like, usually with small businesses, they can't offer discounts all the time. So, like, he probably was thinking, man, this discount's going to be great. I can offer a discount on this, I work at the Wharf. And then, like, I don't know why he didn't have the courage to say, hey, we just don't offer, 100% discounts. We just don't. It stops at some point. Like, can you imagine going into a small store and being like, and doing the law of like averages and saying like what, like, oh well, if you're offering like a 50% discount for 10 boxes, that means 100% discount for 20, right? They'd probably just did, like, at least in Ireland they tell you to F off. They'd be like, go F yourself. Please never talk to us again. But still very, very funny. A very funny scene. It's not meant to be like, you're not like. Of course, like, it's like one of those things where you're not meant to take it as, you're not meant to sit here and be like, and really think about the logistics of it. It's supposed to be just a funny thing. It was just a funny, fun thing. It was really fun. That's what it was. I think it's an important aspect of it too. But like, also, I think like we can acknowledge it's a joke while also like looking at the other aspects of it too. You know what I mean? 100%. It was funny. It was super funny.
Here we are! Xiaoying Village!
The mountains and waters are pristine.
It's gorgeous.
They embody the beauty of heaven and earth.
The thing about Shenyu Vale that I love so much is that like I have a memory of it going here earlier when I first met Gammon, and at that moment it was one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. And like every time you go back here, because we don't visit here often, it still has the mystique of just being one of the, like the most mysterious places on the map.
It's a good-looking place, all right. But it's hard to enjoy the scenery when Paimon can't stop thinking about all that tea-buying lore we're missing out on.
I think it's less of a joke than I think it is. It's a joke for us, but obviously for them, they're dead serious.
Should fate dictate, Mora will find its way to you sooner or later.
Right?
Well, Morak certainly finds us often enough. He even sought us out in person this Lantern Rite.
For now, let's look around and see if any tea farmers are selling their crop.
Sure.
We'll be able to see more clearly from up high. Let's take to the sky and enjoy the beautiful scenery while we're at it.
Are we gonna do the chariot thing again? Again, like, this is such an interesting game mechanic, because whilst it is like this nice thing we get to just like chat to Zabai, I also think that what's cool about it is that it does let us see the scenery. Like, I'm so appreciative of the scenery from a different angle. That's so pretty and so beautiful. You get to truly like see this place for what it is, you know? It's so gorgeous. Like, look at this. And look at this angle we're gonna get when we walk up here too. I think my drift isn't as bad today, by the way, guys.
Xiaoying village looks beautiful from up here.
It's so stunning.
Indeed, the houses here are quite different from those in Liyue Harbor. They follow the natural contours of the mountains, forming unique, elegant
Yeah, it's like one with the mountain, right? For sure.
Yeah, it's super beautiful.
The white walls and dark tiles frame the emerald waves of the terraced fields, while the curved eaves and tall gateways juxtapose each other with grace.
Gorgeous way to put it.
It's almost too beautiful to be true.
The crowing of roosters and barking of dogs, the calls of farmers working the fields.
Oh
A
man.
vibrant pastoral chorus overflowing with earthly vitality.
It's like she's describing Longgong as well, isn't she?
Yeah, it's incredibly
You know?
beautiful, huh?
I think that's what, you know,
Have you studied the linguistic arts by
it
some
probably does
chance?
remind her a lot of it, right?
Huh?
Your vocabulary for beauty seems rather constrained.
What you mean?
Paimon knows how to say pretty as well.
I see. Now then, let's take a
Oh.
look around and see if we can find any farmers selling tea.
Man, people can be very descriptive, you know, when it comes to like describing things. But sometimes, like, you know, people are just efficient, and like there's nothing bad with that. Like, you know, it's like one of those things when
There's someone in that tea field, and they look kind of familiar.
oh,
Is that Wu Shanxiang?
she's been grounded for life.
And who
yeah, like
is that?
Oh, you'll remember
yeah,
her once
you
see her up
one of your
close.
fragments possessed her. Yeah, sometimes I think just like, you know, when someone says, "Oh, that's really pretty," it's like, yeah, I understand. Of course, you understand what they mean. You know what I mean? It's a good word.
Hey there, Wu Shanxiang. It really is you.
Huh? Paimon, Traveler, and the White Horse Adeptus. Fancy seeing you here.
Great voice acting there to almost putting it in quotes in with her voice, you know.
The White Horse Adeptus has a name now. You can call her Zabai.
Zabai,
And you are...
someone you possessed.
Wait. I remember now, you're...
Don't say anything about food poisoning or fish.
You're the young lady who wanted to rise above the rest, are you not?
Yes, that's me, but I'm in a bit of a state right now. At best, I can say I've fallen below them.
And this is like probably like what her father wants for her now, right? Working the fields and stuff like this.
Fallen below them? What happened?
Like I said the last time we met, I'm being punished according to family rules.
Sucks.
My father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, other grandfather, other grandmother.
Oh, that's a lot of family members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on the night of Lantern Rite, they held a family meeting
What?
to discuss my situation.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's too much. I'm sorry. I know people are gonna be like, oh, that's like, Calvin, you just didn't come from a strict family. 100%. I understand some, like people tell me right now, like, I know they will, in different cultures, different parts of the world, different families, some families are so strict. They really are. And even like, you know, we talk about cultural differences in Genshin all the time, how like, for example, in Ireland, like my parents would often say, and they didn't mean it, like no Irish parent means this, but like they'd say something like, you know, like pretty aggressive, like in terms of just like, be quiet now or I'll you know, throw you into the river or something. You know, they'll say something like that. And like I remember specifically, like you'd hear stories about like, you know, from my friends being like, oh yeah, my parents would say this, and like if we had any like, you know, if we were in the vicinity of any tourists from some other country, they'd be like, what the hell? Like, what? You know, did he, what? Because again, it is different to different cultures, right? It's like so different. I think a comedian made a joke about that one time about how like his dad said he was going to set him on fire one time. And in Ireland, we all know that like this is not going to happen. And we all know that like this is just like the way sometimes Irish people speak. in a very straightforward, aggressive tone. You know, like Irish people can sometimes say, absolutely tell you to F off, and it means that they actually still like you, you know? But, you know, to the tourist he was talking to at the time, and then I think it was a new neighbor he was talking to at the time, the new neighbor was like, what the hell is happening? Like, what? They, like, gave him the worst look in the world. It's just different cultures, I understand that. But, like, still, like, it's a bit much, like, isn't it?
So
It's a bit much.
they do care about you.
Is that what we're saying? Is that what you... I guess you could say it's care.
There's no doubt they care. But they think that since I caused all that trouble in Liyue Harbor, it shows I can't be trusted on my own. They decided to ground me.
To me, that's like to me that you could say it's care, but I think it's like an overarching, too far gone care, right? So I don't really always like saying that like care is being super strict.
Ground you?
Yeah, though they're not confining me to my room. Instead, I have to personally nurture a tea seedling until it grows big enough to be sold at market.
So it's like a way of showing them how you can be like relied upon. It's so sad that like it's not her fault this happened, by the way. It's legitimately like one of the fragments of Zabai. It's not her fault whatsoever this happened.
Aw, a tiny little tea baby. Do they want you to experience
I
what
was
it's
good
like
at twisting
to be a
everything
parent?
into something very charming, right?
It's supposed to cultivate my character and temperament. They say this will help me calm down and reflect on my issues.
This breaks my heart because it's not her fault at all. I'd be all if someone made a massive mistake where they couldn't be relied on anymore, this is a great thing to teach them how to be relied on, to cultivate something, to keep an eye on something, to take care of something. Fantastic. But the fact is, like, she was doing good with her life. You know what I mean? She was finding her own way.
What happened in Liyue Harbor really wasn't your fault.
It wasn't.
Oh well, at least this punishment doesn't sound too harsh.
It's not about it being harsh to me. It's just like, it's legit just like the lesson is for a crime she didn't commit. You know what I mean? It'd be like trying to teach a kid like, hey, don't ever go down to the quarry again without asking me first. And it's like, I literally did not go to the quarry. You know? It's like, it doesn't teach them anything.
So, how long will it take for the little tea baby to grow?
Actually, I don't know. I've never grown a tea tree before.
Mm-hmm.
It usually takes 2 or 3 years.
Oh my god, what?
2 or 3 years?
Oh my, is that true?
Yes, the tea in this garden requires 2 or 3 years to mature.
Oh, so it's like an investment. You know what's so interesting? That it's the same time frame. Like that's so interesting to me. The same time frame that Zhongli said that could be possible that Zabai will get her full memories back is also how long it takes to cultivate this tea leaf. If that doesn't relate to Zhongli, I don't know what does.
That long? Zabai, you're not making this up, are you? How do you know so much about growing tea?
She's literally the god of farming, right? Isn't she? She's like literally like the Deptai of like cultivation and stuff.
When the plants thrive and grow, that is the meaning of my name. I can tell at a glance when their season of ripening will
Yeah,
come.
if there's one person I would trust with this, it's Zabai.
Do I really have to waste 2 or 3 years here? Why is this happening to me? I'd only just found my direction in life.
Yeah. Did you figure out what you could do to make it on your own?
Yes. During the night of Lantern Rite, I heard many people reciting poems from long gone in praise of the moon. In that moment, I suddenly felt a great sense of pride.
Lovely.
I mean, I helped excavate cultural artifacts from long gone, so I contributed to the revival of these poems too, right?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. What a great way to look at it.
So I decided to stay with the archaeological team. I want to unearth even more history.
I love this. I genuinely love this.
I see. And are you sure that's what you want to do? If you don't achieve anything significant in the years to come, will you still enjoy it?
Okay, so she's saying basically like even if you don't achieve something, will it still be nice?
Yes, because archaeology gives me that boom shakalaka feeling.
Boom shakalaka.
Wait, did Xiangling teach you that?
I still love the boom shakalaka as a part of this world, I guess.
That's right. I was asking her for advice. She said that if something gives you that boom shakalaka feeling, then it has to be worth pursuing.
That's very Xiangling.
I immediately thought about how, when I'm excavating in the ruins, I always feel like there's a ghost standing beside me.
Oh, yeah?
And not in a spooky way. It feels like my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother patting me on the shoulder and saying, "Keep going. You're about to rediscover some grand ancestral knowledge."
Okay, I mean, if you're taking this very much as a good thing, we can too. That certainly sounds like a boom shakalaka sort of feeling.
Right? It feels like I've made some kind of connection with my ancestors. Isn't that amazing?
Since you've made up your mind, you should give it your all.
This is so nice to me. And I think what's so nice is that like it's finding that connection with your roots, finding that connection with like your ancestors, while also still trying to follow a passion of yours. You know, it sounds like she's way more level-headed than her parents and her grandparents give her credit for, because you're gonna find like, especially with like any like young person, we can be very lost and people can be very lost. Not me. I'm a boomer. I come from the boomer generation. But like there can be a loss of a sense of direction, you know what I mean, for people. I don't think it's just young, I think it's all ages. So to find someone who like has such a passion not only for the history of their family, but then also at the same time too have such a passion for, in a very healthy way by the way, that that doesn't encroach on anyone and doesn't encroach on themselves, but and then also still having a passion for what they like to do, I think that's such a win. They should be so proud of that. So proud of that.
And I'd love to, but I'm still grounded.
Yep. It's just again for a punishment for a crime she didn't do.
A little boom shakalaka.
Huh?
And leave the tea garden behind.
Sabai.
Leave this village.
That's awesome.
That might be going a bit far.
No, I love it.
You don't want to lead others astray, Zabai.
No, but like I think I like the energy of Zabai being like, just let's go. I understand like life is more complicated than that, but at the same time too, it's like, I think Zabai having that energy of just like, she saw the passion in this girl. She saw what she wanted to do and said, just go. I kind of love it. I kind of do love it. Maybe you can try negotiating with your family?
Yeah. Tell them about your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. She must be the most super-duper ancestor to have ever risen above the rest, right?
That's the thing. Let them know about your connection to your ancestors now.
I'd be better off telling them about the White Horse Adeptus. After all, she's the supreme riser above the rest who saved my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Oh my god, so many greats. Wait, so would White Horse Adeptus know her?
Then it's settled. Tell your family that your decision has my blessing.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Tsubai, but I don't think cosplay is going to work on them. They won't listen.
Is she gonna tell her?
They don't need to listen. You need only follow the rules they've set out for you.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah, explain.
As I'm sure you know, some ancient texts refer to the White Horse Adeptus as the Daughter of Time.
Sure.
My family history contains such records, but what of it?
If the White Horse Adeptus were to manipulate time to make your tea seedling grow overnight, then you'd be free.
I mean, yeah.
Is that how it works?
I mean, it's technically the confines of the contract, right?
If the White Horse Adeptus were to really get involved, my grandfather would let me leave right away. But who really believes that she'd show up and help?
I always love when people like work within the words of a contract and not the, because I think isn't there like a legal thing about the spirit of a contract? I think the spirit of a contract comes into a play sometimes where like you can go by the wording and do the exact wording, but then like sometimes they argue in court that it's like, well, there's actually like an inferred meaning sometimes. But I love when people try to like do that. It's really funny.
It's not as if you have any other options. Why not try calling out for help? It won't cost you any more.
Hell yeah. I love that she's actually the White Horse Adeptus talking directly to her as well,
Guess I might as well. I've got no better ideas anyway.
Not gonna hurt.
White Horse Adeptus, if you can hear me, please save me from my predicament.
I love her shouting to the sky as the White Horse Adeptus is standing right in front of her. It's fantastic.
Ugh. Nothing happened, as expected.
Perhaps the White Horse Adeptus has already heard your prayer.
Yeah.
Why not come back here tomorrow and take a look?
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I guess, like, I think this also as well, not having it happen instantly also does give that kind of, like, lesson of having faith, you know, not that you have to have faith, having faith in people, right? I don't think anyone has to have faith in Adepti or anything like that too, or whatever. I don't want to ever go down that path to people, because I'm not a religious person either. But I think, like, even, like, just having, like, patience on this level, you know, I'll come back tomorrow, you know?
By then, the seedling you planted may well have grown into a thriving tea tree.
Yeah, I think it's so beautiful.
Thank you, Tsabai, for trying to comfort me. I do feel better now, kinda.
Sometimes just talking to people about your predicament can make you feel better though, right?
Can't you really do something like that?
I'm curious to find out.
Oh, it's getting late. Why don't you all stay at my house tonight? My family may be strict with me, but they're always welcoming to guests.
That is another thing that I learned from different cultures as well, watching TV shows. I know it's like all different cultures, but like, one of the things I've learned from watching, like, say, like, because again, I know this is like, you know, not every culture is different in Genshin. Every world is based on a different culture. But I know that, like, you know, I look at TV shows sometimes. I was watching Twinkling Watermelon, which is a fantastic show, and like one of the things you notice about like a lot of like families in that show is that like they'll be like so strict with their kids, and then as soon as like their friend comes over, it's like they pamper them. They're like, oh, come on in, let's, you know, you didn't tell me they were coming, why didn't you tell me they were coming? You know, it's a really, really fun thing, you know. And I feel like that's like a thing as well where like you know, I think in Ireland it is like a thing as well where like we like having guests, but there's also a thing where you can very easily overstay your welcome in an Irish home without knowing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Where it's like, I think other cultures have this thing where it's like you're welcome forever and like, you know, come by. But I think there's also like some cultures like in Ireland where like we love having guests for a bit, but if you're here for like longer than a certain amount of time, man, it's not like I got stuff to do. You're just here too long, you know?
That sounds great. Let's get some sleep and then come back here tomorrow to see if our tea baby has grown.
I love this. I really loved how like chill this is, and I understand it could change, but I love how chill this is. You follow the young lady and sell her for the night and the Lu family residence in Xiaoying village. You enjoy a quiet night's sleep, and in the morning you return together to the tea garden. Sleeping in Shenyu Vale would be one of the most beautiful things in the world. An incredible sight awaits you. Oh, it grew? Like, I was looking at Shenyu Vale there. My dream would be to have like a small little house in Shenyu Vale, you know, with Wi-Fi. So I could still watch my YouTube videos, you know. So I could still watch something. You know, I would want to watch a thing.
Oh,
Oh, look at her. She's so excited.
Whoa! Your tea baby is all grown up.
100%. Look at her face.
Indeed, it has grown into a mature tea tree that can stand tall in the face of wind and rain.
And I think she's like trying to relate that to her as well, trying to say like, you can do this. You can withstand the wind and rain.
How is this possible?
It must be the work of the White Horse Adeptus. Her prayer must have moved her.
We love a Paimon thumbs up. This time it's like an uncertain thumbs up.
Are you sure?
Perhaps she heard your prayer and chose to answer the call.
She once saved my great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Make sure you get all the greats in there.
This time, she saved me.
That's incredible. Your family must be blessed by the White Horse Adeptus.
This is such a sweet scene. Because it's not just like, oh, you're blessed by the White Horse Adeptus. I think it's like the first, since she's gotten her kind of like her full form back, it's like the first time in her as an Adepti, she has answered someone's prayers, right? Which is something she used to do all the time in Long Gone in terms of giving people cultivation, giving people the gift of cultivation and the gift of growth and pushing people in the right direction. It really feels like it relates to Long Gone in so many beautiful ways to me. I think this is something that she enjoyed doing in Long Gone, and she enjoyed seeing the people grow and seeing them work so hard. That's what she saw in Liyue as well.
I guess so. I need to tell everyone the news right away.
They should unground you now, right?
They'd better. Since this is the will of the White Horse Adeptus, I don't see how they could object.
100%. I mean, I just think if they believe in the White Horse Adeptus, you know?
Go. And if you run into any more trouble, call out to the White Horse Adeptus just like yesterday.
I genuinely think Zabai sees something in this gal. I think she I think I'm relating to Long Gone because I think that she saw the same thing in the people of Long Gone.
Paimon really thought you were going to use adeptal energy to make the tea baby grow.
Did she just plant a new one?
When an Adeptus exerts effort, consuming their energy, is that not using adeptal energy?
Wait, did she like replant an old tree? No way. That's so fun.
Alright. What are we doing out here in the middle of the night?
She's still helping her, right? Even if she's not using her magic, she still technically is like helping someone like she did in Long Gone, right? 100%. I still think this is like a great way of like touching people's hearts, like she did back then.
We're here to help Lu Xiangxiang fulfill her wish, of course.
Like this is she's like Santa Claus.
Can you really make the tea baby grow?
It won't be easy, but there are ways. There, it's grown.
Hey! You just transplanted a tea tree from underneath!
No, like I still love it though. To me, it's like it's obviously a sideways solution, but it's still her helping someone. It's still her like you know, using her energy, and the way she described it, it's still adeptal energy, you know.
So there's a mature tea tree here now, yes?
Oh, yeah, but...
And am I not the White Horse Adeptus?
There you go.
Well, yeah.
So if you said this in plain text, the White Horse Adeptus helped a girl in her task in helping her parents perceive that a tree had grown.
Is this tea tree then not a manifestation of the White Horse Adeptus's will?
Technically. Technically.
You're not wrong. Then again, there's something not quite right about this.
I don't know why I think it's just still as beautiful. I still kind of like it. I still think it's good.
Maybe this will become another mystical Adepti tale recorded in their family history.
That's the thing, it will become like a magical tale, but I still think it's good.
That would be marvelous.
Paimon thinks so too. Hey, Traveler. Sabai seems to be doing much better now, don't you think?
Maybe being outside is good for her. I mean, 100%, I like I said, maybe sometimes just being thrown in the deep end and like doing stuff like for people can also help too. And in this case, like it's one of those situations where like she's doing, even if it wasn't magic, she's doing something that she used to do for the people of Long Gone. You know what I mean? She is helping them in the way she used to help the people of Long Gone answer their prayers.
Oh, Paimon bets that's why Zhongli chose to send her on this errand.
Why don't we continue showing around Liyue?
That's a great idea! We've already shown her Liyue Harbor, Yilong Wharf, and Xiaoying Village. How about we head to Qingce Village next?
Qingce. That name sounds familiar.
Qingce is gorgeous.
The scenery there is really pretty, too. It's the perfect sightseeing spot. How about we show you around?
It also has one of my least favorite bosses to farm stuff for.
I must say, I have been mightily impressed by the mountains and waters of Liyue. Please lead the way, my dutiful guides.
Sure.
Alright, let's go!
The clap before she does it as well. Yeah, no, this is fantastic, right? This is really great.
Paimon can't help feeling like we've forgotten something.
What did we forget?
Pay it no mind. I've already
actually getting tea
more than
leaves?
you will ever know.
I guess we actually had to get tea leaves.
Alright. If we forgot something, it can't have been that important.
We
to
literally
begin
came to
with.
buy tea leaves.
Qingce Village, here we come!
I totally think they're Paimon's right, by the way, in saying that look how beautiful this place is, guys. Holy hell! Like it is what she said is so true. It's so beautiful because it is one of the most natural places in Liyue. How it grows just on the mountain and it's one with the nature, right? It's not invasive in any way. It just really, really like feels like it's part of the world and the mountains around them. But yeah, I don't think Zhongli is stupid at all. I don't think anyone does. So the idea that Zhongli sent her on this journey, I genuinely think it could be a thing where it's like he wanted her to maybe like, learn some stuff along the way, maybe get reacquainted with stuff along the I didn't even notice they used to have they have people picking tea leaves here. That's so cool. What a nice touch. It's just a small thing that like adds to the game quite a bit, it just makes the world feel alive. It really does. But yeah, like Zhongli sending her on this trip to buy tea leaves. I guarantee you that he knew either he would run into us, that's a possibility, or there's a possibility as well that she's gonna get some friction. And sometimes friction can be rough and sometimes it can be annoying. But in this case, it's one of those things where, like, eventually Shenhe would have led her into the right direction. Eventually someone on the harbor would have led her into the right direction. You know what I mean? Eventually this is what would have happened. But, over time she would have, like, gotten to help somebody else. Even if we weren't here, I guarantee you that at some point she would have found someone else to help. I guarantee at some point she would have found someone else that she took a liking to. Because the spirit of helping is in her. The spirit of helping people long gone is in her as well, Qingce Village is so beautiful. It has one of my least favorite bosses to fight. And the only reason I don't like this boss to fight is not because it's not amazing. It's one of the most incredible things ever on your first time through. But it just takes a while. It's one of those bosses that takes a while. Some of the bosses in this game I can just go in and just rip apart. Like this boss right here, you just go in, bam, 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 dead. This boss here, no. You gotta go in and do a lot of stuff. It's like a math equation. What way should we go here? Here, I guess? Either way, it's a gorgeous location. Like, look at this. So stunning. I'm very, excited for some more stuff coming in Genshin. This Sunday, we have the exploration quest. I'm going to be exploring this part of Nod Karai. Because I can't level up Columbina until I see this place with you guys, because that's where, I think it's around this area, is where a lot of our materials are. So I can't level her up yet, so then I'm going to level her up. There's some world quests people want me to do. I definitely want to see if people are interested in those. Like, there's the Aluga one. I know there's the one with, Zhongli, with Nouvelette. There's a bunch of ones there as well. It's just like, guys, finding the time nowadays is like really, really difficult, just being honest with you. It's really, I just thought that it's like, it's annoying. It's just more of a thing of just like, I just gotta like pick and choose more often than I used to.
We should plant cucumbers. We should plant canolas. We should plant cucumbers. They're easy to sow.
Great voice acting here.
We should plant canolas. The flowers are pretty.
Why not both?
What are you arguing about, little ones?
We're deciding what to plant in our field once Lantern Rite is over.
Yeah. Dad gave us a small plot of land to grow our own crops.
That's really cool.
He said we can keep all the more we get from selling.
That's such a good dad. That's such a smart way of like teaching kids responsibility, while also like, having faith in them, making them feel like they're trusted. Really cool stuff.
We should plant cucumbers, right? Dad plants cucumbers every year.
We should plant canolas. We can press the seeds for oil. It smells good and sells for a good price.
Ah, an agricultural debate. This should be easy to sort out.
Granny, are you a farmer? Could you tell us what to do?
You think it's a boy's a granny? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a granny, but still.
Granny?
I mean, maybe the gray hair to a kid it might be. Like, to a kid, everyone's old. You know what I mean?
What did you just call me, you rapscallion?
Oh my god. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not helping your case by calling him rapscallion.
Oh no, her eyes are gonna turn red again. It's just, my granny smells really nice, and you smell nice too.
It was a compliment.
Sorry. How about we call you Auntie instead?
Auntie?
No. Just call her Big Sis Sabai. Oh no.
Oh, alright. Big Sis Sabai, can you help us decide whether we should grow cucumbers or canolas in our field?
Honestly, like, it's 100% a thing where, as an individual, you get to choose how people refer to you, and if they don't refer to you that way, obviously within reason, if you're going to name yourself like a slur or something, like, I'm not going to call you that. But you know what I mean? It's like, I always have to say it because, like, there's always like one idiot who goes, so if I call myself this, you'll call me this. That's like, no, I won't call you that. That's a slur. But like, I'm saying that, like, if you want to be called, don't want to be called granny or auntie, 100%, you don't have to be called that. But it's just funny that, like, from the perspective of a kid, they're not being insulting. You know, when I was younger, when my mother was 37 years old, I thought that was old. I was like a baby, and I was like, man, that is old. Now 37 is like, some of you guys are 37, and you guys can confirm that's not old. It's not.
You little rascals. Using priceless land like this just for cucumbers and canolas? What a waste of heaven's gifts.
The two of them scratching their heads.
Huh? What should we plant instead?
With the coming of spring, when all things awaken, the field should be sown with the 5 grains.
Oh, 5 grains, okay.
What are those?
I mean, the kids might learn something here.
The 5 grains are life's staples, the heart of the people's table. I notice the people here mostly eat rice, so that is where you should begin.
So is that like rice and wheat and all this stuff as well? Barley?
Based on the local climate and soil, seedlings planted in mid to late spring should produce mature grain within 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
When autumn comes, you can plant a second crop, with time still to harvest it before the first frost.
I love this kind of lesson she's giving you, because again, she gave people the gift of cultivation, right?
The rice you harvest can be sold at market or kept in your stores. It's a far better choice than cucumbers or canolas.
Look at that.
Oh, but Big Sister Zubai, I like canolas.
Oh.
That's no issue. It is unsuitable for continuous cropping in any case. You can rotate it with rice to maximize your yields. After the second rice harvest, around wintertime will be the perfect opportunity to sow their seeds. And when they mature in mid to late spring, you shall be just in time to sow the first rice crop of the year in turn. This way, your field will sustain balance. Rice and canola in a harmonious cycle.
You can tell she loves this. You can tell she loves saying this.
Wow, that means we'll have crops to harvest all year round.
Wait a minute! If rice and canola take up the whole year, what about my cucumbers?
Oh, to hell with your cucumbers.
A firefly dares rival the brilliance of the moon? In what twisted universe should cucumbers vie for land with rice?
I was just joking. I didn't know she was actually going to say something like that.
Big Sis Zubai, you're going to hurt Lil Bee's feelings.
I love that she's defending her brother. No.
He hates cucumbers.
Oh no. Okay, I can't handle that. Like, she is helping as well, but I'm sure Zubai will find a solution to this.
Stop crying this instant.
Oh.
I meant that cucumbers are simple enough to grow. There's no need to devote a whole field to them.
What's so funny about her is you can tell that she wanted to go full in on that, but she had to like bite her tongue. Stop it! You can grow them somewhere else.
Just find an empty corner of your yard, scatter some cucumber seeds in the earth, and before you know it, you'll have a thriving patch of
And that's a good explanation as well, to be like, hey, you like cucumbers, you can grow them anytime. And you don't need a patch of the field.
Cucumbers delight in sunlight and moisture, but they suffer in cold weather. If you wish to plant them this early in the year, you should make sure they're protected from frost.
Cucumbers are really nice, by the way, though. I love cucumbers. Putting them in even like something as simple as like a bit of chili sauce with some chicken and cucumbers. Oh, so freaking good. So freaking good. Cucumber in a chili chicken wrap. A cucumber with like soy sauce, bit of brown sugar, bit of garlic. Pretty good.
Wow. Is it really that simple? Let's hurry home and get started right away.
I do like that we have like a character who like isn't just like, she's very stern. She's very stern, but she's trying her best.
Are you really in that much of a rush? Well, thanks, Big Sis Zubai, who's fierce. But really good at farming. We gotta go.
Fierce is a good way to put it.
Thanks, Big Sis Zubai. See you
That's so nice. Look at how good does that feel. You can tell she does love the idea of like giving advice on farming. She does.
Paimon never imagined you'd know so much about farming.
Paimon? To be honest, it's the one thing that we know about her, you know? And I hope it doesn't sound like I'm being like, oh, Paimon, actually. But I think it's one of those things where, like, the reason why Paimon's saying this is because even if, like, someone is, like, the god of, like, cultivation or whatever they put it, like, that was a wheat and whatever, and what they gave to the people, like, sometimes gods aren't very literal. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Morax being the god of contracts, right? He doesn't do contracts every day. You know what I mean? So, like, I think obviously, like, so I never will ever be like, actually, Paimon, we heard this out, you know, in that way. I never would be like that, because I think that, like, gods are complicated. They're so, varied and have so many layers that, like, you know, it being so literal in a sense is actually, like, kind of surprising sometimes.
What's so strange about that? The people of long gone called me the god of soil and grain. Are the fields not made of soil? Is rice not one of the 5
See, that's
grains?
why I kind of, like, I'm not surprised by it 110%. But I'm just trying to say, like, for Paimon's sake, sometimes we know so many gods and adepti in this world, and they're not always literally exactly what they say on the tin.
Huh. That's true.
Yeah.
So, if the god of soil and grain is a farming god, that means the White Horse Adeptus must be a farming adeptus, right?
When you put it like that, Sabi seems very down to earth. It is. It's a very down to earth profession, right?
Of course, the god of farming is down to earth.
Literally. Yeah. And then you gotta understand, like, that's what I'm saying. I will never be like, well, actually, to Paimon, because as you see even here, it's like, oh yeah, like, sometimes you don't put 2 and 2 together, like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I guess, like, rice is a grain. Oh, that does make sense, you know? Because not everyone knows a million bits about farming. Even I don't, you know?
Mind your tongue, impertinent child. How dare you diminish the lofty bearing of an adeptus?
I don't care what adepta you are. You say mind your tongue to Paimon, we're going at the back of the old, what do you call it? The old movie store shop to fight.
Hey! You're the one who said the god of soil and grain is
Exactly.
all about farming.
It is one of the most down-to-earth gods I've ever heard of. It's so cool.
Enough! It's time for us to take to the skies once more. Join me now. Witness the majesty of mountain, water, and field, and broaden your
Heck
horizons.
yeah. I do think that, like, she's very funny. I think her whole thing of just like, don't talk about me like that isn't her trying to be rude. I think she just very much is trying to come to terms with who she is as well, you know? And trying to keep that respect, which again is sometimes a very big thing for Adepti. I think it's a common theme with Adepti too, that they have these cracks in them as well, where it's like, Jan Hun is like one of the most ethereal characters we know, ever. But then she also is one of the funniest and, like, most self-conscious sometimes characters you'll ever meet, you know?
Wow. The terraces look so pretty.
Self-conscious now she deals with people sometimes.
The mountains tower like pagodas, the hills coiling at their feet like shells. Layers built upon layers, rising and falling in harmony. A truly unique and
It's so
mesmerizing
gorgeous.
sight.
It's still one of my favorite places in the
about it.
entire game.
You have a special connection to this place, you know.
A special connection.
Yeah. There's a local legend about a white horse leaping from a pure spring to follow Rex Lapis into battle. Don't you remember? You must have been living in seclusion
That's about
around
the thing that Rex Lapis was saying, right?
Does sound somewhat familiar.
I'm sorry, Genshin is insane. Look at the mountains over there. Look at the draw
And if we
distance.
keep going up this way, we'll reach a super duper spooky spot. You might have a connection to that place too. There's an ancient array that seals away the remains of a fallen god.
A god's remains?
Yeah, the people of Liyue turned that story into an opera called The Sanctification of Tao Do. Does that ring any bells?
Tao Do. Huh. The 7 and 8 gates array.
That's right! You do remember!
I love Paimon generally trying to, like, jog her memory here too, right?
Puna,
Really
the
cool.
god of the underworld, who could pacify the forces of life and death.
Huh? So, Tao Do had another name?
Let's go take a
I've
look.
never been in this area before, by the way. Look at this. I've never been to the top of that area. Look at those, those hilly churls. Very, very fun. Yeah, no, it's cool because I think Paimon, like, you know, shows in these moments how she is just such a great guide and such a great person. Man, look at this. Look at the nail above Dragon Spine. Look, you can see Ningguang's area over there as well. Oh man, look at this. So cool.
Whoa! We've arrived at Wulong Hill. The atmosphere just turns spooky.
Yeah, it changes almost instantly.
Can't help but feel there's something strange about this friend I haven't seen in ages.
I would recognize the inflection anywhere.
Paimon thought
I
she
would
heard
recognize that
someone's
inflection
voice.
anywhere.
Let's head down.
Please
and check
go
it out.
down. I could recognize that inflection from 10 miles away. That is the weird girl of weird girls. Our weird girl. The representation of weird girl that we all need.
I can't help but feel there's something strange about this friend you haven't seen in ages.
I always have to reiterate, by the way, for any girls out there who are like, why is he calling her a weird girl? Is that like, I think weird girl is a compliment, always. You know what I mean? Like, weird girl energy needs representation all the time. All the time. 100%. And Zhongli's about to run into her as well. This is going to be really interesting.
Strange. Whatever do you mean?
It's also so interesting whenever I see Hu Tao in this outfit, because like I always have the white outfit on her, which again, I kind of want to go back and swap back and forth because both the outfits are really nice.
Her strangeness defies description. This Miss Zabai is a full-blown enigma, don't you think?
Honestly, she's very, strange.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
Aren't you worried about sending her all the way to Yilong Wharf on her own to buy tea? What if she gets lost?
Let's hear what she thinks about this.
Where there are people, there are paths.
Now I'm the one with no clue what you're saying.
Is he just saying that like, well, she's gonna find people to like lead her somewhere, you know? So maybe he knew she was gonna bump into us at some point.
She can ask for directions.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what we were saying. I was thinking more of like a more spiritual guide, but like it's like he's like that's like the least spiritual thing Zhongli has said ever, and it's so funny. She can just ask for directions, you know.
And then what?
She will meet strangers in unfamiliar lands, build friendships, part ways.
Now this is Zhongli.
Hers will be a long journey indeed.
And he wants this so badly for her too, right? He loves this idea for her.
The further the journey, the more footprints one leaves behind. Yep. The deeper those footprints, the harder it is for time to erase them.
The more of an impact you make, the more you'll be remembered as well. And of course, Zhongli is always thinking about the stuff of the past and all the, you know, the stories of the past. He carries them with him forever, right?
Ah, so you want her to make new friends?
Yep. I mean, kind of.
I see. But from what you say, it sounds as though she's not from Liyue.
Right.
I believe she was not. But perhaps she will be.
Aww. It's like saying like this can be her home. This can be her home.
You're sounding stranger by the second.
I kind of get it. I definitely kind of get it. Look at our gal. Look at our gal.
Huh. Oh, over there. Oh, look who's here.
Oh my god, I love it.
Hu Tao! Zhongli! What are you
What a
doing
combo of
here?
amazing characters to bump into.
Traveler, Paimon, fancy meeting in a place like this. Oh my, and Miss Zabai too.
Can I say that I think it's a definite choice by Hu Tao's voice actor. The bubbly voice acting is not just bubbly. Listen to the way she says, oh my.
Traveler, Paimon, fancy meeting in a place like this. Oh my, and Miss Zabai
She
too.
reads, her voice lines are always read as if she's doing a speech at like a funeral or something. We are gathered here today, friends, family. You know, like she's kind of doing like the whole like speech type of thing. She always sounds like she's doing a speech. And I think it's 100% as a funeral director intentionally so, you know. But again, her voice is just so nice to hear. It's the voice actor does a fantastic job.
Sounds like fate to me.
We were taking Zabai to buy some tea from Yilong Wharf. Zhongli sent her there, though she didn't even know the way, and... Oh, drat! We forgot the tea!
Yep, that was the one thing we forgot.
Oh, Paimon knew we were forgetting something.
I'm gonna say sorry I forgot too. I'm not gonna be the one that's like, I remember but didn't say anything. You know?
What's done is done. There's no need to dwell on it. Fresh tea grows with each passing year. Let fate deliver it as it wills.
Man, everything's also spiritual with Zhongli, and in this sense, I think this line just means like, you know, don't worry about spilled milk. Don't worry about mistakes that have happened. Let whatever fate brings to you is what it's going to bring to you.
Exactly. You can get tea wherever you go. You're hardly running low now, are you?
Yeah, exactly, of course.
Paimon feels a lot better now that you've said that.
Still, I'm a little confused. If you were buying tea, how did you end up all the way out here?
Just traveling on a flying chariot, you know the way it happens.
We're taking Spy on a sightseeing tour. We started at Liyue Harbor, stopped in at Yilong
Look at
Wharf,
Paimon.
went sightseeing around Xiaoying Village, made our way to Qingce Village, and now we're here.
I genuinely always love Paimon's little like movement she does when she's trying to explain something, you know?
Wow, that is quite the itinerary.
100%. It was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, actually, Paimon thinks it's about time we headed back.
What are you two doing here, Hu Tao and Zhongli?
I'm here to pay my respects to my ancestors.
Of course.
My dear consultant kindly agreed to join me.
That's lovely.
It is Lantern Rite, after all.
And this area is
Adepti
100%.
and ancestors should be venerated alike.
Yeah, this area was where we did our story quest, wasn't it?
Ancestors? Wait, could you be? Are you heir to the Wu kid? Or perhaps the lone butterfly of the Crimson Flame?
Look at the way they're using our eyesight as a camera here.
Whoa, have you got all your memories back?
Huh? Miss Zabai, you know about the Wangshu funeral parlor and the Ada death?
Oh my god, Hu Tao is gonna get to like chat with someone about this as well?
I happened to hear a storyteller expound on the sanctification of Tao Do.
Lots of people know that story, sure, but very few can discern my family lineage from just a glance.
It is incredible. It is incredible for you to be able to do this just like by looking at her, right?
Well, Zhongli, your friend here really is quite something.
But that is incredible, and that shows like how like you know, parts of her memory is still there. The fact that she can literally look at someone's face and be like, oh, that's your family. Which, by the way, like I don't know if you guys do this and I know in Ireland all the time, like what happens usually is like you'll be like, Actually, I've had a few times where like I've had people literally like talk to me and at like a family get together, and before even like knowing me and being like, "Are you this person's kid?" And you're like, "Yeah, I knew it." Looking at your face, I knew it. You know.
Unfortunately, there's no time to dally right now. We have a hill to climb.
Hu Tao.
Perhaps once today is done, we can find time to chat over tea, recite poetry, and admire the moon.
I adore her so freaking much. I adore her. Do something like no, she's not. And the way I was gonna say this, not like she was like in the circus or something. Like I was gonna be like, do something weird, you know. But sometimes Hu Tao is just more reserved, you know.
That would be wonderful, Director.
I'd love to
Hu.
hang out with Hu Tao. I think they should do 3 more Hu Tao story quests. If the game knew what was up, they would do 3 more Hu Tao story quests.
Oh, and before we go, you've been traipsing around all day. I suggest you stop off at the Wangshu Inn on your way back for a good night's rest. Wouldn't do to exhaust yourselves,
For sure. Thanks for the advice.
Don't mention it.
Her voice.
All right, we'll take our leave
Okay.
now. See you later.
I love that Zhongli again, just like trusting this thing where it's like he's trusting the process, the idea of fate, whatever's going to bring to him. He's not like, you know, worried. He asking her a bunch of questions like, how do you feel? What's happening now? What like, how, you know what some friends might be. He's genuinely trusting the process of fate and trusting Zabai to kind of get there by herself with the help of us as well, in fairness.
Hu Tao's so thoughtful. Why don't we follow her advice and stay at the Wangshu Inn tonight?
That'd be nice.
Zabai, you can see the whole of Dihua Marsh from up there. The view's amazing. Plus, you can sample Smiley Yin Xiao's cooking.
Wangshu, an intriguing name. It couldn't hurt to check it out.
Awesome. Let's go.
Okay, let's go to the Wangshu Inn. Yeah, I love the way that they're doing the Zhongli Zabai story. He's not putting any pressure on her. He's not, you know, he's speaking true to his words. Like, he had this patient tone where you can tell he's so happy to have her back. You can tell he's so excited to have this girl back in his life. But again, he's lived so long that, as I said this last time, you know, it's one of those things where, like, now that you know everything's okay, you can wait for much longer. I don't know if you've ever been anxious over something, but then when everything goes okay, but then you find out that the thing's not gonna be sorted for like months, but you know it's gonna be okay. The anxiety levels go down, even if it's not fully sorted. In this case, it's like he has her back. He knows he has her back. Look how beautiful this is. But he doesn't have to worry about it now, because not only is she in good hands with us, he's leaving it up to fate. He's leaving it up to her to figure things out.
Is that towering structure Wangshu Inn?
It's so incredible.
Sure is.
Such an inspired design.
From over there.
It's such an inspired design.
Always walking the path long trodden. Does retracing others' footsteps not tire you? Come on, get in. We'll fly to the top.
I love every time she's just like, "What? No, we're flying. Let's go. Get in the car. Get in the car, bros. We're flying. We're flying out of here." Oh, great. Yeah, this is one of the earlier places in the game you get to see, and like it's still impressive as it is the first time I saw it.
Isn't that a bit showy? All the guests are gonna see us.
This is the perfect time of day for Wangshu Inn, by the way.
Is that a bad thing? To be able to witness an Adeptus. This will surely add to the inn's appeal, not to mention the room prices. The owner will thank us.
This would
You seem to
make me
really
cry.
like showing off your powers.
I'd be so scared to be over water like this.
This inn's architecture is incredible, and the surrounding countryside radiates a picturesque charm. No wonder the new proprietor of the Baiju guest house thinks he can't compete and has decided to change his own establishment's
Yeah, I mean,
name.
it is. Look at this.
The new proprietor? Ah, you mean Lu Shengsheng's dad. So you know about that too.
Her knowing about this shows that she's thinking about this, right?
Paimon thinks it should go with something like Rex's Rest. That's a contender's name if Paimon's ever
I actually
heard
like
one.
it.
A fitting name indeed.
It's nice. It rolls off the tongue.
So you think the guest house should change its name too? Paimon kind of thought you'd say something like, "Such sacrosanct traditions must never change."
Time flows ever onward. Why should the rules of yesterday be carried forward into the world of tomorrow? The people of today should determine what is to be kept.
I love that.
Huh. You're not as old-fashioned and stuffy as Paimon thought.
It's actually similar to something we said before.
The years ebb and flow, seas recede to reveal fields. In the vastness of time, I am but a wild horse in a boundless sea of dust.
Yeah, she was meant to be an Adepti.
Even Rex Lapis, having waded through the waters of the river of time, is not quite the same as before.
Not at all. Not at all.
Zhongli? What was he like before?
That is another story for another time.
I want to know. But I think like what she's one of the base levels of what you could. Oh, look at that here. It's so cool. Looking at it from this perspective. One of the base levels we know that, like, you know, he was fighting in wars. He was, you know, a really powerful Adepti. He was like the god of like a world. He was an eon. Now he's like semi-retired, just like still helping people, but he's like the chillest dude on the planet. You know, he's so chill. But he still has a lot of emotion in him, I think.
Whew. This is the first time Paimon's ever flown up to Wangshu Inn on a chariot. Everything's so different when you're up high.
And to say why I think that it's why I think that it's similar to something we said before about the time, like the idea of letting the people of the now decide the fate of the world. It's first of all, it's a very Adepti thing. I feel like the Adepti step in, but a lot of times they want people in this world to kind of figure things out for themselves. Zhongli, that's leeway. He's left leeway for people to decide. But also, you know, in modern times, I've talked about this in Ireland, how there's like protests whenever like things are changed even slightly. And it's like, you also have to make like a place comfortable to live in for everybody too. Times change. So there's a way to respect like the very like medieval and, you know, olden time history while also making things more comfortable for people who live today as well, you know? There's a way to do it, right? There is a way to do it.
Wangshu. Like moon lanterns and Xiao lanterns. Might it all be a coincidence?
How so?
What's a coincidence?
Yeah.
Do you not know what Wangshu means?
I have no idea. Does it mean the moon?
Wangshu can refer to the moon, but its original meaning is actually...
The goddess who rides the bright moon's chariot.
Oh, what a freaking way to show up like this as well. I just saw like the kind of remnants of him like appearing in. Whenever we could see Xiao, it's amazing. And Xiao getting to meet another Adepti?
And you must be the conqueror of demons.
Xiao! Paimon was wondering if we'd disturbed you by flying down from the sky.
I love that Xiao just saw us like in the distance on a chariot and was like, what the... Oh.
Not at all. I sensed an unusual presence long before you arrived. Though I didn't expect it to be you in a flying chariot.
And that's the thing, like, Xiao could, like, sense these things from a mile away, you know?
Ah, a witness at last.
A witness?
I was starting to think we should fly a bit lower. It would be awfully dull if no one ends up marveling at my lofty bearing.
She wanted someone to see it.
No need. This is already showy enough.
I love that. No, I love that.
I'm not one to do good from the shadows, as Rex Lapis is wont to do.
Because yeah, Rex Lapis does like help even for the shadows. Zibai kind of like is very much on the surface, right in front of everybody. I mean, that was her whole thing. Like they knew her. She was like part of the world almost, you know?
Then you must be...
Oh, Xiao's voice. Every time Xiao speaks, I just go, oh. She's the White Horse Adeptus.
Nay, I'm only cosplaying as the White Horse Adeptus, in truth.
Ah, come on. Come on. By the way, nay, like a horse says.
Cosplaying? What's that?
Oh, confused Xiao. Why is everything Xiao does adorable every time?
Ugh, ignore her nonsense. She's a genuine article. The one
Yep.
and only, completely authentic White Horse Adeptus.
Like, Xiao's like the one person that can know. But it's very funny that, like, the one time she meets someone that actually can know about this, and she's like, what if I just like a lie?
Xiao, did Zhongli say anything about her being a teensy bit... not quite
Did
right?
she just pointed her head?
Mental instability, perhaps?
Can I say as well that, like, I understand that, you know, you shouldn't make fun of people's, but I don't think that's what they're doing. I don't think they're, like, trying to be mean about her. But what I'm saying here, what I love about this is that Xiao would have never have done this 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But he's gotten so comfortable that he's having, like, a bit of banter with Paimon, you know?
Did Zhongli tell you that?
No, this is my own
You know
speculation.
what I mean? Like he's so comfortable with us now.
Well, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. It's like her brain's filled with a bunch of slimes right now. All gloopy and messy.
That's Paimon's favorite line now.
There's a hot-tempered pyro slime, a math-obsessed hydro slime, and a mischievous little animal slime.
We're saying this so loud as well, by the way, because we do know her memory is like all over the place. Of course it is.
But don't tell her Paimon said that, or she'll come and tell us all off.
Paimon doesn't understand that she's so loud that, like, legitimately, like, I used to use her, and not in a bad way, I love Paimon's voice, but, like, Paimon is so loud that I used to use her to sync up stuff. If I forgot to sync at the start of a video, I would, like, use her voice in the distance of my microphone.
You white-haired rascal! Do you think I can't hear you?
This shot.
Uh-oh, we're in for it now.
White Horse Adeptus. You must be wary from your journey. Why not take a rest?
I adore Xiao's voice so much.
Oh, yes! You must be hungry, right, Sabai? How about we get some food? The chef here is incredible!
Great distraction, Paimon. Great distraction.
It's so hot! So spicy!
I like spicy food, but like half spicy. I'm not like really good with like extra hot, you know?
Are you okay? Do you want Paimon to get you some water?
Don't worry about me. I just need to pace myself.
Sure. Get some milk. Get some banana milk.
So, regarding your friend and her condition, does even the Lord of Geo have no solution?
I think he's just content with waiting from what I've seen. It could be something, maybe he's working on something, but...
Zhongli said we should wait and
Yeah.
she'll get better on her own. But who knows how long that's gonna take.
He says the three spirits have only just merged and have yet to settle. Yeah, he seems just content and just, like, waiting.
Is that why her personalities change so easily?
Paimon thinks that has something to do with her 3 deadly selves. Zhongli told us that the deadly selves are impure, affecting living things that get too close.
The White Horse Adeptus's remnant spirit was attached to the deadly selves for a long time. It makes sense that her temperament and memories would have been influenced by them.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Yeah, like, it's like, trying to get, like, a... that's a bad way to put it, but you know, like, when you get, like, a... I was about to say, like, a stain, but that's not what you want to say, because that sounds horrible. But you know, like, it's kind of like... If you're around something for long enough, you will, like, become influenced by it. You will, 100%.
But Paimon still doesn't really understand what the 3 deadly selves actually are.
Are we going to get a lesson from Xiao?
Paimon, as you do not practice self-cultivation, I cannot help you fully understand. But you can think of them simply as emotions and desires.
Okay.
The act of severing the 3 deadly selves is a means of exercising wicked desires and cultivating one's true self. I believe other nations have similar practices. In Sumeru, it is known as shattering Atmagraha.
So this is what we heard before, is the idea of, like, severing the deadly selves is becoming one's true self. We heard that before when they were describing it, right?
Oh, so it's about emotions, desires, and attachments, that sort of thing.
It includes those. I wonder, does she still remember what happened in the past?
Guys, I know I keep saying this, but the fact that Xiao was sitting down with us for some food, it's never gonna not be something that just like makes me so happy.
Some of it, but right now, it's like she was suddenly awakened, but she's still half dreaming. The half that's still dreaming might remember things, but the half that's awake doesn't quite get it.
That's a good way to describe it, I suppose, isn't it? It's like she's still like in kind of like a in-between state.
Conqueror of demons, are you looking to learn about Rex Lapis's past from me?
Oh, that might be fun.
You are an old friend of his, so please, call me by my name.
I can't with him. Everything he says, I adore.
But Conqueror of Demons sounds so much more imposing.
It does. It definitely does. I'd like to know about Zhongli's past too. 100%. Are we gonna get like is this what we're gonna? This might be like I said I was gonna pick up at some point in terms of like maybe there might be something that happens that goes like that changes the chill vibes. Maybe this might be it.
In days of yore, he was the Lord of Geo, Heaven Star.
Heaven Star.
Huh? You said the same thing the day you came back. But what does it mean?
Heaven Star is such a cool nickname.
I'm afraid I can't remember.
Understandable.
Hey, did you really forget? Or are you just pretending so you don't have to tell?
I don't know, like I feel like, you know, she's been very consistent in her memory loss.
Why not ask Rex Lapis himself? Whether I've forgotten might be up for debate, but I am certain he remembers.
He must have his reasons for not raising the past, and you likely have similar concerns. I shouldn't have asked.
Oh, introspective Xiao. Thinking about what he just said.
An answer that suits your style, General Alatis.
General
Now that we're on the
Alatis.
subject, though, I suddenly remembered something.
Which is?
It's so I'm sorry if I keep saying this, but it's so interesting to me that like beforehand I feel like Xiao goes to the back burner sometimes just because there's so many new characters coming in all the time. But all it takes is Xiao showing up once for me to be like, oh yeah, this is why he's in my top 5. This is why he'll always be one of my favorite characters, you know?
In the distant past, there was a feast, which I attended. I faintly recall the Lord of Geo also being present that day.
Oh. And then? What happened?
Among the dishes served, there was one that could be found in every household throughout Longan at the start of spring. A dish called Flavor of Spring.
Flavor of Spring, okay.
I suddenly remembered the recipe for this dish.
I mean, that's cool.
Is that it?
Honestly, like, maybe I'm just, like, so, like, in love with the way that this whole story's been presented, you know, in terms of, like, the memory loss and getting little tiny pieces from the past and relating it to long gone and seeing, like, you know, an adepti kind of, like, adapt to the world in a different way again and bringing back his bite, all this stuff, that even something as little as, like, remembering a recipe to me sounds amazing. Like, that sounds so fun.
Yes! Since it's Lantern Rite here in Liyue,
Like, legit, this is so cool to me.
Why don't I make some for you to try?
Like, and I know, like, we were looking for something bigger, but, like, if an adepti said to me, I remember a recipe from the past, would you like to try it? I'm like, pop it on the cooker, please.
That sounds good.
Oh, that sounds good.
Wow! It might not have been the story Paimon was hoping for, but this looks delicious!
Oh, it looks so good.
The spring breeze stirs. Now is the perfect time to savor this dish.
It looks like a like a big spring roll.
My dutiful guides
Oh, it's more
have
like a
gone to great
wrap.
trouble to show me around Liyue. And even the conqueror of demons has graced us with his presence.
Oh.
I feel deeply honored. This flavor of spring is my way of expressing my gratitude.
And I love Xiao getting the respect as well as, like, you know, the conqueror of demons, you know, because, like, we can forget sometimes that he is, like, the conqueror of demons, because obviously we want to treat him as a person as well. But it's nice to see, like, you know, remnants of the past also, like, respecting his past as well, you know.
There's no need for such grand words.
Oh my God, flustered Xiao! I have a gift for you too.
What's this?
The Luna light stick.
Hey! It's that broken jade token from the antique
Go on, gave this to
exhibition.
us. I believe this belongs to you, yes?
Indeed. This was once an adeptal treasure of mine. I'm amazed it ended up in your hands. Alas, it serves little purpose now in its fractured state. Please, keep it as a memento.
Honestly, that's so nice of you.
Oh, that's a shame. Can't we fix it?
This is the way of the world. Once jade is broken, it can never be made whole.
Then, what about forging a new one?
Okay.
That is a good point. That it has ended up in your hands must be a message from fate. I could try to craft it into a little trinket for you. One that might prove useful on your journey.
I would love to. Again, any memento that people can give to us is always a really nice thing, right?
Ooh, what sort of trinket?
It's just a passing thought, one that will require the right opportunity. I'll think about it more when the time comes. Now that we've had our fill, we should get some rest. Tomorrow we return to Liyue Harbor, where I'll have need of your guidance once more.
Whatever you need. Always whatever you need. Saying goodbye to Xiao as well. This has just been like a really nice journey through, oh, really cool transition, through like Liyue with Zabai, getting to meet a bunch of characters along the way, trying to maybe revitalize her love for like what she used to do before. You know, meeting people from the past and you know, like whether it be like someone like Xiao or Zhongli or, you know, talking about Hu Tao's, you know, history. All this stuff has been a really, really nice and lovely tread through Liyue. And I think that, like, you know, we got to know her personality a little bit more. I think after all this, like, I kind of like have a feeling of like that she's way more like, she's funnier than I thought she was going to be. First of all, she's a bit aggressive sometimes, you know, and again in a very funny and charming way, but she loves to help people. Her desire to help people has been with her since she was in Long Gone, and now she's still here wanting to help people. She sees so much of Long Gone, I feel like, in the people of this place. She respects the past and loves the past, but also has a problem as remembering the stuff like this too. But even like just on the base level, even if it doesn't have to mean anything, like sitting down with Xiao and just having some food with Zabai, chatting to Zhongli and Hu Tao casually about, you know, like just at the gravesite of her ancestors, getting to help someone out with their, you know, farming, those two little kids, for example, and then also getting to like help out someone who didn't deserve to be punished in the first place with their grounding. Like all these like little tiny things, even if you don't have to decipher it at like a different level. I've just been charmed so much by this final like little quest, you know? It's been so fun. I'm having such a good time with this. And I think my if I'm judging, look at this, watch, I think it's changed. Like, I think my drift isn't as bad. And you know why? I actually did something that I didn't think would work. But someone told me that if you do these exercises with your analog stick, it can actually help recalibrate things and add them and make everything work back together. And when they said this, I was like, there's no way this probably works, but maybe it does. And I did it. And it was basically like these exercises of 30 seconds counterclockwise, 30 seconds clockwise while pushing the stick in. Up and down for 30 seconds, side to side for 30 seconds. And I was like, there's no way this works. And while I still have seen some drift at some points, you can see here, way better. Like there, you can see some drift, right? But like way better than what it was, right? You remember last time I was turning every 2 seconds. Way better than what it was. So I genuinely think that did something. I think it did. It's only noticeable in Genshin, by the way. Like, that's what's so... Oh, Qingce and Xiao maybe? Yeah, in her new outfit. It's only noticeable in Genshin because in Genshin, the movement is very loose. I don't notice in Honkai. I don't notice in any other game I'm playing right now.
Qingce, the Lantern Rite is almost over. Do you remember how to make a Xiao lantern?
I adore Qingce so much.
Morning, split bamboo, traveler.
Again, the traveler again.
And get silk, make Paimon.
The calling back of this joke is very sweet because this is where we started. What a way to bring us back right to where we began, right? Really cool idea.
You've got it all mixed up again.
Oh, her cute little outfit. Look at it.
They're here again.
I do love canonically these two are friends though. It means the world to me.
Yow! Looking good in that new outfit, huh?
It's a very nice outfit for sure.
Hey, it's Paimon.
Oh, look at her hair.
Dr. Baiju gave this to me as a gift. How does it suit me?
I love that, like, oh no, it's actually adorable. And her hair is so nice too, isn't it? It suits you very well. You look adorable, 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, I love their canonically friends.
Wow. What happened for Baiju to suddenly give you a brand new outfit, Yao Yao?
I wonder if it's all the help that has been given, right?
Dr. Baiju is thanking Yao Yao for teaching me to make Xiao lanterns.
That's so fun. And again, I feel like parents do that sometimes where they're like, oh, I'm gonna totally like here, thank you so much for hanging out with my daughter. When in reality, a lot of them are kind of like, a lot of kids are just like, I want to hang out with your daughter. You know, I want to hang out with your son. You know.
Qingce and I were just playing together. Dr. Baiju's too kind. Oh, yeah, take a look at this. Dr. Baiju gave me these clothes, but it was Qingce who wove this little
Oh, look at her do a little, like shy dance as well.
Wow, it's beautiful. When did you become so good with your hands, Qingce? I learned to make Xiao lanterns. Thanks to Yao Yao. I also made a wish.
What do I always say? The White Horse Adeptus answers prayers. Come, help this old man make an offering in thanks.
Huh? Mr. Liu? What did you pray for?
For my idiot son to finally come to his senses and not change Baiju Guest House's name, which he has.
Oh, so he's not going to change it?
Huh? He's keeping the old name?
Listen to this. My granddaughter planted a tea seedling in our village just a few days ago.
No way. Unintentionally so, a chain of events that we were there for might have just changed this whole direction of this place.
She made a prayer to the White Horse Adeptus to help it grow. Overnight, her seedling flourished into a mature tea tree.
Oh, that sure does sound like a miracle.
Yeah, even though it was like, so like literally us literally Zabai doing this like little prank to help her. Not a prank, but like, doing the switcheroo to help her might have changed the direction of this restaurant forever. Legitimately so.
Could the White Horse Adeptus really have helped it grow?
Of course she did. Oh, White Horse Adeptus, how blessed is our family over whom you keep watch.
Aren't you standing right there? Literally, like, she just changed the direction of this entire family. You know what I mean?
Truly, this is an extraordinary miracle. You must record it in your family history without delay.
Sure.
Of course. Huh? Is that you, Miss Zebai?
Indeed. I have a long-term booking at your guest house.
Yes, I recall. Mr. Zhongli said to charge your expenses to the Wangshu funeral parlor, if I remember correctly.
Oh my god.
That's Zhongli. Always making trouble for poor Hu Tao.
We gotta teach him a lesson at some point.
I noticed when you were here last that you bear a striking resemblance to the pictures of the White Horse Adeptus in my family history.
Oh?
You both have golden eyes.
Change the eye color really quick. Scare him. Give this man he has a heart attack.
Perhaps fate has had a hand in our meeting.
And a glad meeting it is, Miss Zebai. Now, why don't I gift you some tea from my garden to celebrate this encounter?
That'd be lovely.
We grow Sunglaw tea there, and it has quite the reputation throughout Yilong Wharf. I hope you will accept it.
Oh! Sunglaw, buy 10 boxes, get half off tea. Back on the menu.
We're actually getting the deal we wanted.
Buy 10 boxes, get half off? Don't be silly. This is a gift. It's free.
Woohoo! Nice!
We finally got our free tea.
Thank you so much, Boss Lou.
There's no need to thank me. You're a visitor from out of town, which makes you an honored guest. Make yourself at home. Lantern Rite may have ended, but the streets are still bustling with activity.
True.
Make sure to take everything in, meet some new friends, and enjoy your time here.
That's Lantern Rite should be about that, right? It's about meeting friends. It's about hanging out together. I really feel like it is like the Christmas time of like, Genshin.
And that goes for you kids as well. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite, kids.
Got it, Mr.
They're so
Lou.
adorable.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite, Chi-Chi.
Yeah! Happy Lantern Rite,
Very
everyone.
sweet. I'm sad.
Happy Lantern Rite indeed.
It feels like it's ending, right? Yay! Aww. The reason I'm sad is not because, like, it wasn't good. It's because I wish, like, it's like we're gonna have to wait another year for the next Lantern Rite, and you never know what. I know it sounds so dark to say this. You never know what's gonna happen in life. You never know what's gonna happen in Genshin. You never know what's gonna happen in anything. Like, a whole year, we have to wait for the next Lantern Rite again. I suppose that's what makes it special, right? For sure. This was a really great Lantern Rite. It was really great. It's the second one I played myself. Of course, I've seen every other Lantern Rite and reacted to every other Lantern Rite in some sort of fashion. So, like, it's one of those things where I have seen everything in terms of the Lantern Rite stuff. So, obviously, I can only judge based on what I play and what I've seen. So, I'm not going to rank them or anything like that. That's not what I want to do. But I can say that, for me, it was great. It was great. It's a great story with, like, some really cool new additions. They
Take
changed the
this.
welcome picture. That's so cool.
Receive the blessing of the new moon.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's it's such a small thing, but it's such a big thing at the same time too. That's so freaking cool. Having Columbine give you a blessing when you get a welcome, that's such a great idea. That's so cool. And again, it's not small, but it's something like just you see once when you boot up the game, but it's a big deal at the same time too. Also, the person who gave me the welcome, Malcolm, thank you so much. So kind. So kind. I'm actually going into farm in the game right now, so I will be farming, but thank you so much for giving me this welcome and let me see this animation. That's so cool. Yeah, let's find a place to talk about this, because again, I think I already talked in depth about the story in previous episodes. If you want to go hear my thoughts on that as well, we can. So I'm just going to be pretty much talking about Act 3 and then give my overall thoughts and summary on like the entire Lantern Rite. Yeah, I think it's the best way to go about it. Let's stand here. Might be nice. Yeah. Might be a nice area to stand. How are you, Hu Tao? No, she the alpha pose. She alpha. Blink. So in this episode we got to like have like the essence of an epilogue, but it was much longer than anything we've kind of done before, it feels like. And it was really just letting the idea of Zabai becoming acquainted in her first days in this world with us in front of us. We got to see this like acquaintance in the world that she was having and like becoming accustomed to the world. And I actually really like enjoyed the energy of it. I loved how chill it was, but while also at the same time adding a lot of stuff to her character as well. I really like how they didn't resolve her memory in one episode. I love that because like there's probably like an urgency to like do an epilogue where we find a way to get back her memory completely. I think it means more than like she's gonna have to wait a bit before she finally gets her full self back to herself. It's a much more interesting choice to me than just having her just get all her memory back all at once. And it also made for some very interesting things to see what she remembers and what she doesn't remember. But we started this whole thing off like in Xiangling's restaurant, the Wanmin restaurant, where she was like very frustrated she wasn't getting tea. And I think this also showcases like how like a big thing with her, which is like frustration over confusion sometimes. And she found us as a guide, and we found out that Zhongli basically sent her to get some tea. But we found out later the whole reason why Zhongli sent her to get her some tea was basically like so that she could ask for directions, she could talk to people, get to know people. There's paths everywhere. I think there's a slight chance even Zhongli thought that we might meet up with her too. It's one of those situations where like what Zhongli said is so practical but so true. If there's paths, there's people. If there's people, you can ask for directions. And I think that embodies who Zhongli is as a person as well, because Zhongli is the type of person who stops to smell the roses. He stops to ask questions. He stops to really think about stuff. And we saw that here with Zhongli as well, where he wanted her to kind of do this. He wanted her to do this. And in a way, it kind of did help her quite a bit because she stopped to ask us for directions while also kind of like giving us a little bit insight into herself. The idea of like her coming from an angel, becoming like was it a moon? I forget the actual term, but she was like working on the moon or working with the moon. It wasn't moon maiden. It was like moon something. All these little things about like her past and like her story and all this stuff that was really, really cool too. But really, like, to me, the most important part of this whole story was seeing Zabai's character on full display. How she's so lavish and she loves like making a bit of a scene where she like is going in her flying chariot, which was such a cool mechanic to really see the whole world. Like I loved the flying chariot that let us beautifully see a world we've already seen before, but now appreciate it from a different angle, right? Getting to look down and smell the roses from the sky and really appreciate how beautiful these worlds are. But also like she loves kind of like being like right in front of everybody, being like, I don't want to say center of attention because that all sounds bad, but I think it's more of a case of like she likes she pulls no punches about being a louder character in terms of her personality. I think it's a really cool thing because she also has a lot of love and a lot of care and a lot of like introspection in her heart as well. So it's not just like she's loud for the sake of loud. Like in this episode, we saw her helping I can never pronounce the name that starts with an X, the girl that like gets grounded. We saw her for example trying to plant a tea leaf that's going to take 3 years to grow. This was definitely symbolic of a few things to me. Once we saw basically like the story that she told and the stuff she wanted to do, I love how beautiful the lanterns look. We basically heard her, Zabai kind of get more into the idea of this as well, which I think is so great. She kind of like was inspired by her story. Zabai was a character who was a god of soil, right? She was the god of like, the adepti of making, of fertile lands. And she gave people cultivation, she gave people food, and she gave people life in that sense. So really, as I said, it's symbolic of a few things. The idea of her helping her by moving the shrub and growing the shrub in a different place. That is her 100%, again, relating it back to Long Gone. How in Long Gone she would help people out, she would observe people out, she would care about people in that way. And it's so, so cool to see that idea on full display for us once again. Because we saw that already, how much she like cared about the people of Long Gone, how much she connected with them, and how much she saw that in Liyue. She even said she smelled the jade off this area too, but in this case, it's also a sense of like her helping people once again. Even if it is like something that's not magic, she's once again answering the prayers of somebody. And this is something that she was overjoyed to do in Long Gone. And then it's also, to me, the idea of a shrub taking 3 years to grow is a parallel to the idea of like the patience that in the world there can be. But it's one of those things I love so much about this. It symbolizes the idea of like, it's going to take a while for us to maybe get her to get her memories back. But I think that her helping her with the shrub is also symbolic of the Traveler and Paimon kind of like helping her as well, jog some things as well, and grow, help her with her memory and help her with it. Because it's like, even though like you need patience, there's also a really beautiful thing about accepting help as well, patience and help. And I think that like she helped this girl follow her dreams and helped the girl like finally like maybe not be grounded and live her life, and she's very happy about that too. And I think you can give the direct comparison to, yes, things take time, but also there's nothing wrong with asking for a bit of help. There's nothing wrong for like accepting a bit of help. And Zabai was asking for help during this too. I also have the scene before that with asking for the tea as well, where they're trying to get some free tea. That was really, really funny. A really charming and funny scene as well. When we helped the kids out as well, it also, like, to me, was full display showing how much of a bonus she was to the people of Long Gone in terms of learning about cultivation and agriculture. You could see that she's a character who is very stern, but also she doesn't want to upset people too much. She nearly roared at this kid because he was going to grow things in an improper way. It shows that she actually cares about, the cultivation of the land and how things grow. But it's invaluable advice. Once again, like, she was helping the people of Long Gone, she's helping these kids too. Giving them some advice on how to grow things in a much, much proper way. And it is like one of those things where, like, I think her job as like the god of soil, or like the adepti of soil and fertile and wheat and all this stuff too, and grain, to me is like a beautiful idea for a job, right? Or like a title, because it is to me it's representative of life. It is like growing life. It leads to, because if you grow grain, you grow rice, you grow all these plants. It literally is feeding people. It leads to like being able to make jobs for people, more money for people. It's all this stuff. It really does feed the idea of life and gives people life and gives people a purpose. And it's more than just the ground and the soil and just being on your knees farming. It is everything that encompasses that as well. And I think it's a really cool thing as well. And a really grounded idea. And Paimon wasn't wrong in saying it feels very down to earth, because it does feel very down to earth in that sense too. Then we got to go to see Hu Tao and Zhongli, which I love how Zhongli acted in this scene. While there's still some things here that I think we have to learn about Zhongli in the future, I do love that he kind of just left Zabai to her own devices. I think there is there probably is a want in his heart to be like, are you doing okay? Is everything okay? You're okay? Everything's fine? But instead, like, he let everything flow just normally and then left quietly. And I think that's him 100% not only trusting us, but then again, giving Zabai that room to kind of find her own path here. He said, whatever there's path, there's people. He wants her to find her own path and grow herself. And again, that's very Zhongli, where he will step in if needs be, but he wants the people of this world to kind of like figure things out for themselves so they can grow in a much better way. She even noticed Hu Tao's ancestry, which is so freaking cool, and shows that her memory might be spotty, but she still remembers some things 100%. But yeah, I love that scene too, because again, it shows Zhongli has that patience. Zhongli is a character who has waited years and years and years and years and years to see this girl. And I think he's the type of character that is kind of like, what's 3 more years? What's 3 more years? Give her everything she needs. Give her a life. Let her do her own thing. And she will get there. The patience that he has is... it's amazing, because I think a lot of us, would get very impatient, but I think he's the type of character who has waited so long, has been through so many things, has seen so many stories, has been through so many lifetimes, has seen so many people pass away, that having someone back in his life from that long ago is a really beautiful thing that doesn't, he's not going to take that for granted. We then have the scene with Xiao. Again, Xiao being so respectful and so kind and sitting down and eating food with us. He asked about Rex Lapis, but in a way that, like, Zabai kind of was like, well, maybe you should ask him, like, why he was called this and ask him himself. So I feel like they're still kind of leading to an idea that maybe there's going to be a Rex Lapis story this year. Do you guys feel that? I feel that way. I feel like they're kind of hinting at maybe there might be more to learn about Rex Lapis this year, more to talk about Rex Lapis this year. So I think we have no idea. There could literally be a new Archon quest with Rex Lapis. You have no idea. Because we know that, like, I've heard people saying that they want to tie things up before they go to Sheshnaya. I've heard this over and over again. And that would not, that means we could get, like, a lot of quests that, like, do tried to tie things up. And I wonder if they want to maybe tie up like Rex Lapis' story in some way. Not that stories ever end with story quests. I want to make that clear. Because I think sometimes we often see people like, man, this character's story was awful. And they're not just talking about story quests, they're talking about their arc. But arcs never end in Genshin, they really don't. Like, they're still doing Xiao's arc, you know what I mean? It's that way too. But I think maybe not even hinting at it, I think that we could get a Zhongli quest at some point, even if it's an event at some point as well. I don't think that they would have her drop like a little bit about Zhongli and then not mention anything else without like the idea that there's going to be something coming at some point, even if it's like in March. Maybe the summer event will have a Zhongli twist to it, you know? Who knows? But I did like really love that scene as well. I thought it was really charming and really, really beautiful too. And then we just ended on a full circle moment where like she inadvertently like changed a lot of people's lives by changing that shrub around. Not only did she help that girl not get grounded anymore, the hotel is staying the same name, and like that whole family has a new direction and lease on life. It really is interesting how like just one small change in someone's world can like change so much other things as well. And the Adepti has such an influence in the world, even if it isn't through magic. Yeah, a really beautiful time with Zabai. Loved the time with Zabai. Loved the energy of this whole quest. Loved the just the very casual nature of learning about her personality as we're going forward. It was really well done. And in terms of the whole Lantern Rite on a whole, I do think it was great. I loved the kind of like story. I think my favorite part of it was like the second act. And that's usually weird to say because the third act is usually the most powerful. I love the second act because I feel like there was so much things going on in terms of the Gom and stuff, and like, you know, Xiao reappearing and all these plans they were making, and I love the kind of like interactions with all the Adepti. It was really, really fun. Act 3 was also really incredible because I adored the way it made me feel. By the end of it, I was like, it was hitting me. Because through the whole event, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, it's not hitting me that much in terms of like crying. It was great to see. It was a great story, but it wasn't hitting me like in terms of like, you're going to cry this episode. Because I can feel that sometimes when I'm doing an Archon quest or like a story quest or a world quest, I'm like, oh, by the end of this, I might be in bits. But I didn't feel that until like a little bit later in the quest when it became so apparent that like, this was so about Zhongli finding his friend again. You know what I mean? Which is a really beautiful aspect too. And also like, you know, interacting with all the characters was great as well. I love seeing Hu Tao again, seeing Xiao, Xiangyun, you know, all these different characters, Xiangling. It was a really charming way, and it really felt alive because it felt so natural interacting with all these characters and meeting up with them. So I can only say good things about that as well. The one like negative I have about this, I really hope that they do something really crazy with a combat event next time. I know people are going to say, Calvin, why do you care? Because you're not good at combat anyway, and you don't do combat events that much, you don't put full investment and full time into them. You're so correct. So if anyone wants to say that right now, I'm not going to deny you. But what I would love from a combat event is just to do something slightly different. Because even this quest to me, this combat event, by the end of it, it just felt like it was a different variation of the last combat event and the one before that. It just feels like they're slight variations on the same combat event, right? And I understand that that's what combat is. It's using abilities and to level up stuff and all this stuff too. But like every single time we get these beautiful mini games, and you could say, well, Calvin, you've seen the same variation on runner games. We've had the same variation on some, jumping from platform to platform, racing along the same rails, Rayman style. We've seen variations of these things before, 110%, but I feel like the difference is two things. Again, you can call me biased. I like them more, 110%. You're so right. If they had 10 runner games in a row, I would love it. So 100%, my bias is showing 100%. But I also think that like they do change up those mini games more than they change up the actual combat mini games, in my opinion. Now you could say, well, Calvin, they added this whole like coin thing to it as well, and I feel like that's just like, if you took the coin thing out of it, there would still be points, right? You know?
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
That's like my one critique where I was just like, for me personally, again, it's a critique with a pinch of salt because everyone has the right to say, Calvin, stay. This is not where you don't go here. You don't even go here. So if like as I'm saying, if someone said to me, Calvin, why do you care? You don't even do combat events that much. You're accurate in your critique of me. But I'm also just going to give my critique and saying that I hope they do something crazy next time. Like a horde mode or something. Like it'd be so cool to do like a horde mode where you have to fight a bunch of like enemies coming towards you and defend like a castle or something like that. It'd be so cool. Overall, this was a really great Lantern Rite. Really enjoyed myself. And I think it's one of those situations where you can't really beat the idea of just seeing your old friends and having a nice little time. You're seeing the lanterns lit in the sky is so beautiful. Seeing the whole place dolled up around everywhere is so gorgeous too. You just can't really beat that feeling of like a festive event in Genshin. It feels so nice. And seeing everyone together was like a really fantastic thing. So I really enjoyed not only the story, but just like coming back here and seeing all such amazing, seeing my friends again, seeing so many amazing characters again. It was fantastic in that sense. Loved it. And of course I loved the other mini games too this time around. I got addicted to some of them as well that were really good. The one with the shooting one where you're like flying around, really, really fun stuff. Really fun stuff. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for supporting me. If you want to see these videos early, you can do the Patreon thing. It's at the lowest tier. If you want to get your name in the credits, as you see now, it is the chunky tier, which you can check down below for that too. And if you want to get your name read out, it is the Never Can Repay tier, which is the one just above that. And I will read out your name in every single video ever made going forward. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost from Yuzuma, Lucius Felix, Yule, Anusa, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, High Kasperian, Jared Beanham, Neo Showerite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. See you soon.